Let's get right into it. The way we all find information online is going through a massive change. For what, decades now, search has always meant getting a list of those familiar blue links. Well, not anymore. Now it's about getting a single, direct, AI-generated answer. And this new world, it has a whole new set of rules. It's called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. And honestly, if you don't adapt, you really risk becoming invisible online.
And this visual, it just nails the difference, doesn't it? On the left, that's the search we all grew up with, right? A long list of websites you got to sift through to find what you're looking for. But on the right, that's the new reality, one direct answer, synthesized by an AI. We've basically gone from having a library full of books to having a personal librarian who just finds the answer for you.
60%. Let that sink in for a second. That's the real-world impact. Over half of all searches are now what we call zero-click. That means the person asking the question gets their answer right there from the AI and never, ever clicks through to a single website. So if your whole strategy relies on getting that click, you've just vanished for the majority of your audience. This is exactly why GEO isn't just a trend. It's a straight-up necessity for survival.
And that really gets to the heart of it, right? This is a full-blown search revolution. User behavior itself has changed. Think about it. We've all been trained now to expect instant, complete answers, not a homework assignment of links to research on our own. And whenever user behavior makes a shift this big, our strategies have to change right along with it.
So, okay, if the old playbook, good old search engine optimization, SEO, is starting to lose its punch, what's next? What's the new game plan? Well, that's exactly where generative engine optimization comes in. This is the new strategy for staying visible, for staying relevant, in a world that's being completely dominated by AI-driven answers. So what is GEO exactly? Well, you can think of it as the art and science of making your content so clear, so authoritative, that the AI models actually choose to use your information to build their answers. The goal isn't just to rank high on a list anymore. The new prize is becoming the trusted source that an AI actually relies on and quotes.
I love this analogy because it makes the whole thing just click, you know? Traditional SEO is like being a book in a huge library, just kind of hoping someone stumbles upon you on the right shelf. But GEO is being the expert that the librarian, who is the AI, points to and quotes directly to everyone who comes in with a question. It's a huge shift from just being discoverable to being the proven authority.
So here's the bottom line difference. SEO was always a race to the top of a list of links. But GEO, that's a whole different competition. It's a competition to be woven directly into the fabric of the AI's answer. The new goal is to be cited as the source, positioning your brand as the authority.
Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, but how do we actually do this? Well, we're going to break it down into 3 simple, actionable playbooks. And we have to start with the foundation of everything, your content. You've got to make your content AI ready.
So let's dig into some tactics here. The main idea is you have to start writing for an AI to understand you. That means answering questions directly, using clear headings, lists, making it super easy to digest. It's also absolutely crucial to show what Google calls EEAT. That stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. You do that with things like original data, expert commentary. Oh, and here's a great pro tip. Go ask an AI about your main topic. The gaps you see in its answer, those are your golden content opportunities.
All right, playbook number 2, the technical side of things. See, it's not enough just to have amazing content. You have to make sure the machines can actually find it and, more importantly, understand it. This is all about speaking the language that AI understands.
And if you remember one thing from this section, let it be this: schema markup. It is, quite literally, the language that AI speaks. This is basically structured data that you add to your website's code. It explicitly tells AI models what your content is about. You're essentially putting little labels on everything, saying, hey, this is an FAQ, or this is a product price, this is the author's name. It takes all the guesswork out of it for the AI.
Now, beyond schema, there are a few technical basics that are still super important. First, double-check your robots.txt file. That's the little file that tells bots which pages to visit or ignore. Make sure you're not accidentally blocking them. Use descriptive stuff for your images and videos, like alt text. And remember, the fundamentals still matter. A fast, mobile-friendly site is absolutely essential.
And that brings us to our final playbook, and it's all about authority. See, these large language models, they learn from the entire web. And what that means is your credibility isn't just decided by what's on your own website.
but by what the rest of the internet is saying about you.
So, building this kind of authority means getting mentions and citations from other trusted sources and keeping your brand message consistent everywhere so you don't confuse the AI. Things like your Wikipedia page, that really helps an AI understand your brand as a known, credible entity. And here's another great tactic. Just go ask an AI for its sources on your topic. It'll spit out a ready-made list of the sites it already trusts. And what is that? That's a perfect target list for your own outreach.
Okay, I know, that might all feel a little overwhelming, but you don't have to boil the ocean here. Let's just break it down into a simple first move, something you can do today to start putting GEO into action. Here it is, a simple 3-step plan. First, just pick your top 10 or 20 pages, the ones that are already getting a lot of traffic. Second, go through those pages and add any relevant schema markup you can and put in a clear FAQ section that directly answers common questions. And third, start testing. Go to ChatGPT or Perplexity or Google's AI overviews and ask questions related to your pages. See if your content shows up, and if it doesn't, look at what sources are being cited and figure out why. This simple loop, audit, update, test, that is the core of a winning GEO strategy.
So, as we wrap all this up, I really want to leave you with this one question. We are now firmly in the age of answers. Users expect a direct conversation when they search. So the only question that really matters now is, when that conversation happens, is your brand a part of it?